did a podcast. The podcast is live and direct in Kansas City during the playoff game. I'm still live. Everybody in Kansas City is watching the playoff games. Nifty Tuck with Pittsburgh 7-6. Kansas City is on top, but Pittsburgh is driving. So for those that may catch the rebroadcast, I'm not expecting big numbers tonight, but it's okay. We got to keep the show going. That's what we do. That we get paid for. So with no further ado.
Live from Kansas City, Kansas, a.k.a. The Dot. It's the Tell It Like a T.I. Is show with your host, Vigilante.
Anybody else that don't support Trump, if you got an opportunity to sing for Trump, should you do it? A lot of people has backed out of it because of his stance maybe against the gay community and his stance when he was campaigning to be president. So he's not liked at all. But what do this mean for black people? You know, when you look at Obama's record, can you really say that he specifically did anything to help black people? Specifically, you know, all people, Obamacare did do some things. That's a part of his legacy. But now that Trump's in, we have all the fear that Trump may be out of his mind, lunatic, he don't know what he's doing. We don't know, but that seems to be the consensus is that Trump is crazy. I don't know. I've seen Dave Chappelle say, give the man a chance. Give the man a chance to get out there and see, as long as he gives black people a chance. Do you really think that Trump is going to help black people? Do we really think that he's going to help? I don't know. I can't say. I can't say because we thought that Obama would. And a lot of people stick up for Obama, say he couldn't do too much because his hands was tied. What, tied for 8 years? Tied for 8 years? That's another story. Let's get to what's next with black people. When do you think black people will ever get to the point where we start to create our own things, like manufacturing things, creating our own airlines, things that we need to have, our own distribution channels. You see a lot of rich rappers, a lot of rich entertainers, Oprah, she got her own network, but fashion and a lot of things that black people have so much money, that $1.1 trillion spending power that black people have. Have we put it to use like we should have? Have we put it to use? That would be the thing that would make me think about our next step into this technological age that we're coming into. And what's next for us? You see sports, you see entertainment, you see all these different things that we shine in, we make money from, but we don't really own NFL football team. We're not, you know, when it comes to coaches, they don't look in the NFL to run after black new coaches. They go after recycled coaches. Recycled coaches get normally the power position. So even though we make progress money-wise, ownership and things that can be legacy, we still fall short. We still fall short in those things. A lot of people say, well, what if black people created their own network, their own system, their own sports team? Could it work? My thing is this. What network could you get to put those things on? So when you think about what's next for black people under the Trump era, is it no different than the Reagan era? We don't know with Trump. It's unknown. There's more things that we have to worry about now. You're talking Russia. You're talking North Korea. It's so many things that, from a world perspective, we have to worry about. But then when it breaks down, black people seem to be in the same situation, no matter who the president is. No matter who the president is, black people and the plight of black people is still the same. You know, mass incarceration is still here. leaders, new people coming with different agendas that we can agree upon. Al Sharpton, Jackson, all these guys have ran their course. Now it's time for the new flock of people within my generation, to step up and find something besides great speeches. Those type of things that get you hyped up, kind of like a pastor. They get you hyped up, then you have to deal with your own reality after the hype. When the hype comes down, where do you stand? We're still in poverty. We're still unemployed. And we're still second-class citizens. There's a few people we see shine. And when we see these people who are doing great, people get the illusion that all black people are doing great. But if you make a few people great or rich, it makes people think that, hey, black people doing well. Well, you got a couple thousand doing great and millions are doing bad. There go your illusion busted. So I don't know what's next. It's kind of, it's a quagmire for me. It's a quagmire. You know, the violence. What are blacks going to do within our own system, within our own system of us getting along, coming together, and creating something? Because while we wait for handouts, what can we truly do? What can we truly do to make ourselves better? That's the thing I want. What can we truly do to make ourselves better? It's tough when you think about it. Because there's so many things. You got the church, you got the conscious community, you got different things fighting us for us to get that unity within our own community. And you think about slavery, you think about the things that we feel that is owed to us, but yet we don't get that. Then you get the ones that do make it, they tend to hang around and take on white supremacy's tactics against our own people. So we got so many things that we have to look at to get better. And it's tough. It's very tough to find out, can we actually do this? The violence in the inner city, Chicago, a lot of inner city, you see violence every day. Young people killing each other. Drugs, mass incarceration. Hey, it's a serious thing that we got to think about. It's a serious thing that we got to think about. And when we look at what next for us, can we feel like the Trump era? Can we benefit from it? What can we learn from all the symbolism that we got with Obama? We love the family. We love Michelle Obama. We love Barack Obama. He was cool. He had swag. But we never held him against anything. We never went after him and said, hey, what about us? So if we didn't hold Obama to the fire, what you think Trump gonna do? What you think Trump gonna do? Do you think Trump gonna say, you know what? Let me throw a bone to the black race? Because he loves to go after Obama. He loves to say what Obama didn't do for the black community. You know, Trump is the one that said that before his second term, which he's already predicting, he will have 95% of the black vote. 95% of the black vote. With that being said, that means Trump must going to help with unemployment. He must going to arrest officers that commit police brutality, help put something against them that they can get penalized for real instead of, taking a vacation and still getting paid. What you think Trump going to do to make us 95% of black people vote for him? It'll take a lot. It'll take a lot immediately. Because when we saw change going to come, when we believed, we bought into Obama, people cried. It was like Obama was Jesus. But when he leaves this place, outside of Obamacare, what is better for blacks whole? Nothing. It's the same story for us. So, all we can do, whether we like it or not, is see, is Trump going to do what he say he's going to do. I'll be right back, y'all. Here's Doc Swag with Gun.
The gun. This poem is dedicated to the worst invention on the planet Earth. It has disrupted and interrupted the dreams and hopes of those planned since birth. It has aided in coup d'etats, assassination, genocide, and extortion. It's prematurely ended lives just short of extinction and abortion. The gun. And its inventor, the devil, have taken disagreements, war, and misunderstandings to a whole new level. Guns have changed the way we go about war. Now there's no real conflict resolution. Guns eliminate the need to compromise anymore. It's changed how civilized people handle a dispute. Instead of compromise, we just point, squeeze, and shoot. And what would be an unarmed confrontation, the gun now adds a fatal alternative to a verbal altercation. Like, America wouldn't be this superpower if it wasn't for its firepower. America would have barely beat the Indians if it wasn't for this invention. Just another instance how war's been taken to another dimension. Indians threw spears, tomahawks, and pulled arrows from their quivers, as cowboys pulled long muskets from their holsters by their waist and livers. The results were apparent. It was just the reloading was time-consuming and impractical. So stronger models with rapid reloading were made, which were more strategical and tactical. This gun is responsible for the death of our black leaders. It has turned our influential black leaders into red bleeders that bled red leaders like Medgar Evers, Malcolm Martin, Fred Hampton, and Huey Newton. All of them left dead from a gun shooting. Where would Hollywood be if it weren't for the gun? There'd be no action-packed movies or country westerns for fun. No cowboy showdowns and shootings at high noon. No movie scenes with John Wayne and a shot-up saloon. No war movies like Saving Private Ryan, Hamburger Hill, Glory, and Platoon. Where would rap be if it weren't for the gun? How profound is that? Like, how many rappers would have careers if their lyrics didn't make one reference to a gat? If there was an absence of gun talk being told, fewer albums would be sold. Fewer rappers' records going platinum and gold. Like if we took away the Tech 9s, pistols, and Glocks, would we rap about who's the best stabber, who can freestyle, pimp, and box? The gun. The gun has caused an increase in homicide and suicide. The gun gives its owner false courage and pride. A false sense of power when it's by its owner's side, like you give the owner extra guns and extra ammo. Give them a little bit of alcohol in the argument, they start thinking they Rambo. Guns have their owners thinking they're God because they can make a life. Guns got their owners thinking they're God because they can take a life. Like, I'll shoot sperm to make a life, but I'll shoot my gun to take a life. Guns have caused a hike and a spike in the crime rate. Are blacks considered monkeys because guns with banana clips make us act like primates? Ghetto guerrilla warfare got us peeling these bananas. Cocking these hammers when our mind senses hate. So every week there's a wake for somebody that's getting buried. 6th graders getting caught with 9mm. It's scary. Do we need metal detectors and thermometers to see how much heat they carry? And the young shoot guns with no firearm training. Stray bullets hit the innocent as the young fire guns with the aim of Dick Cheney. Chicago and LA gangs light up the night with gun flares. Guns of gangbangers have converted funeral homes into multimillionaires. Guns leaving promising high school athletes confined to wheelchairs. Children killed by parents' guns when playing roulette, bets, and double dares. See, without guns, we can live to fight another day. We see a reduction in gang violence. We'd reduce the prison rate. We'd have a chance at world peace. We save relationships, families, and friends. We have a chance to make things right again. See, real men let hard times and adversities define them. But guns are like panties. They really just cover up the pussies that's behind them. The gun.
It's the Know Her CEO, Grifter Gritter, rocking with Tell It Like It T.I. is. I got the streets many, man. Wyandotte County repping, man. The whole city supporting me, man. I'm really loving this movement, man. Holla at me, man. Instagram, official Know Her CEO. Facebook, Miko Griffin. Or you can reach me at my email, knowhersclothing@gmail.com. Know Hers?
Yeah. We're back, man. Dr. Samori be having some good wisdom and words with the gun. we need to put down the gun. A lot of laws are allowing people to grab the gun, carry guns and stuff like that. And, it's a lot of violence on when it comes to the gun and people not acting responsible with the gun. So we back on the topic about what's next for black people. I think education. Education will be at the forefront. And it's a different type of education. Whether you get a degree or not, I'm talking about learning skills. We got to learn skills. Back in the days, I used to hear my uncle, granddad talk about when they was in school, they had trades that they learned. They learned different trades. And I think that's going to be the next step is learning and creating our own. We have to. We have to create our own. We have to create our own. We have to not just continue to be consumers. The money have to stay in the black community. And we have to distinguish what is a black neighborhood. What is a black neighborhood? And if we leave the so-called proverbial hood, how can the hood ever get better? When can we create our own things that our great minds? The sad thing about it, some of our smartest people are not working for us. Some of our brightest teachers are not working for us. Not working in the inner city. They're somewhere in suburbia. Further pushing white kids, teaching them our greatest minds, while our school continue to suffer, continue to have people from other areas come in and talk to the students and teach those students that don't relate to young black boys, young black girls that don't relate. Then you talk about the breakdown of the family. The father's not there. So we have so many things that we have to fight against. So many things that we know verbally, we speak about, we hear, but how can we make it a reality? That's the thing. How can we make this thing a reality? Now, I don't know. I look at the Chief game. I'm watching the Chief game as I do this show. Sorry, y'all, if I'm not as hype as I normally be on this show, but I kept the show going. That's something, right? I should be watching the game. But what made me think about that, it was ice out there and the stadium is packed. See a lot of my friends on Facebook Live chiming in from the game. But yet, a lot of these people won't go to the PTA meeting or show support in their communities, activism, and things like that. But when it comes to a game, rain, sleet, or snow, or ice, they found a way to get there. Wrap up, tailgate for hours. But the very important things that can save us, save our future, nobody wants to put the effort towards. Unless it happened to them. Unless it hit them from the back door and something happened to their kid or something happened to somebody in their family. Then people want to do it. Hindsight 2020 means it's too late. We ultimately do what we want to do when it comes to these things. Enjoyment, entertainment is fun. I get that. But it shouldn't be fun over your people. It shouldn't matter over things that can help us. Or better yet, if it does to that level, it should at least be equally evened out to put that same effort, that same determination that you're not paying thousands of dollars for tickets, but you're just putting in hundreds of hours doing community service. Our elderlies and our young kids are the most unprotected people when you think about it. Our danger zone is ages 16 to 24. So all these things happening, but yet we can find time, and I'm not knocking the Chief, I want the Chiefs to win, but we can find time to go to a game, cook out, and be there happy, intoxicated, whatever you want. But yet, I bet you it won't be too many people that come to the King celebration. How many people are going to go to some of the activities that's going on in the city for King celebration? But we'll go to the Chief games. So we can't be taken seriously when you really think about it, when we'll do everything else but what it takes for us to come together as a people, to balance out entertainment with real life situations for not only for ourselves, the elderly, but the future. They're watching us. They're watching us. And what are we providing for them? So what's next for black people? I don't know. I think for me and myself is to continue learning, continue giving my time to others, learning, giving my time, and continue to search for more unity among the people and ultimately among all people. That's what's next. And I'm hoping that the rich people, along with the poor people, find some type of way to bridge the gap so that we can all see success. It's a lot of people in this world hurting. There's a lot of black people hurting. A lot of people feel like they don't have a chance. You can't even get loans. We get caught up in payday loans. Yeah, I'm babbling all over the place today. But one thing that's for sure, my babbling is still true. What's next for us? Should we feel like it's gloom and doom? Or should we feel optimistic? Because now we don't have that symbolism of a black president, a cool first lady, and a beautiful family to at least dream about something. And we have real business to do because we fear Trump. Maybe that's a good thing for us. Maybe that is a good thing that we walk in fear of what Trump do. And maybe because of the fear, we'll come together. We'll come together and form something that the future can look at and say, that was when Trump came into office, black people decided that they were going to stick together, build things, and be like the Asians. Be like the Jews and other races, have something that they can take to the table and say, Trump, if you want our vote, if you want anything from us, then do right by us. See, the thing with Obama, the gays went to Obama. So you got to do this for us. He did it. They got bailed out. The rich people, the business owners for the car industry, they got bailed out. The Mexicans, they got what they wanted. But black people, once again, all we got was symbolism and a cool family that we all love. But at the end of the day, what did it bring to us? We all got to witness our first black president, first black family, and it was classy. Classy. But at the end of the day, what did we get? And what are we going to do now? I don't know. All I know is that we must try something. And I would never give up on our people. I would never give up. But here's what I suggest in 2017. We must call out the conscious community and the church. The black church makes so much money. So much that there's no way that we can't connect with the money that they make from the biggest pastors that makes, like T.D. Jakes makes over $150 million a year. That is crazy. And yet we still have these things within us. There got to be a change. You got athletes, you got rappers, you got all kinds of rich people spend money for the sake of spending money, but yet putting back in our community. No, I ain't got to count your pockets. Forbes do. And we must connect, or you are looking at a race of men, at least, that will be dead or doing time in jail. Mass incarceration and violence is destroying black men. Women are graduating and they are enrolling in school. Matter of fact, more than any other race. But the black man is under attack. The head of the household, so to speak, is under attack. What are we going to do about that? That's the thing that got me. What are we going to do about that situation? That is a situation that we cannot continue to just ignore. We cannot continue to ignore the situation that black men, from young boys to people in the 30s, are spending decades in prison, or they're not even living to get gray. We got work to do, people. So what's next is the work of our community, our families coming together. Family by family, we need to reconnect. And we need to hold the people that we spend money on, whether it be entertainment, sports, who we vote for. It's time to form a united front so that we can get the things that was promised to us. And we can't laugh when we talk about reparation, because it's due. We built this country. If you can give money to Jews in Germany, where that happened with Hitler, this country, our ancestors built this country. Where is our 40 acres and a Benz? Think about that. You can always hit me up at Tell It Like It Vig. That's TELLIKEITVIG @gmail.com. You can chat on 2 Minutes and Change Radio anytime you want to talk about some things or things that we should talk about, or if things you want to take me to task with. I welcome everybody on with that. I'm bold, y'all. You see, I'm throwing a show right while the Chiefs in Pittsburgh is playing the playoff, when I know how y'all love y'all sports, and I do too. But I love my audience. So we're going to keep pushing. We're going to keep building. You want to advertise with me? Hit me up. And we can work on a promo package. Anything you want to do. But we here to talk about real life. And what's next for me is the next show I see you on Wednesday. This has been Vigilante for 2 Minutes and Some Change Radio. I went way over, because this is not the blog. This is the podcast. Peace. Love. Out.